Good morning, grade 5 learners. This is Sir Marvin, and today I am going to teach you how to compose clear and coherent sentences using appropriate grammatical structures, subject-verb agreement, and we will be using collective nouns. Now, ano ang objective ng ating lesson for today? The main objective is use collective nouns while following the subject and verb agreement. Sana ay makinig ng may matutunan. Let's proceed. So ano ba ang collective nouns? When we say collective nouns, remember, collective nouns can be singular or plural depending on its meaning in a sentence. Here are our examples of collective nouns. Army, assembly, audience, club, class, choir, crowd, committee, community. We also have examples sa ating susunod na slide. Remember, these nouns are singular form of collective noun that names a group. Right? Ibig sabihin, lahat ng nakikita nyo dito ay singular form of collective nouns. Alright? We have still another example set. We have faculty, family, fleet, group, herd, jury, public, school, and number. We also have squad, staff, swarm, team, and troop. Tandaan, lahat sila ay singular form of collective nouns. Remember, singular collective nouns usually takes a singular verb. Pag singular ang collective noun, ibig sabihin dapat ang gagamitin na verb ay singular din. For example, in this sentence, my family loves eating chocolate. Ang subject ay family at ang verb ay love. Kung iniisip mo bakit may S ang verb ng ating sentence, yun ay dahil ang ating subject na collective noun ay singular. Kahit marami ang member ng family, singular siya. Alright? So, tandaan natin, pag singular collective noun, ang verb na gagamitin pag sa present tense S form ay dapat na may S or with S. Sa consideration ng singular and plural, sa S form, kapag ang subject ay plural, ang S form ng verb ay dapat na walang S. Kapag ang subject ay singular, ang verb ay dapat na may S sa ating S form of the verb. So, ang ating family is singular at ang ating verb ay singular din dapat. Family loves. Dahil singular ang subject, dapat ang verb na love ay may S. Tandaan, singular subject, dapat dinaragdagan ng S sa verb. Right? Sa ating present tense S form, add S to singular subject. Another example. Let's have this sentence. The team swims in the pool. Ang subject, team. Ang verb, swims. Ang prepositional phrase ay in the pool. In this sentence, ang ating collective noun ay ang team. Diba? Ang team, maraming miyembro. Halimbawa sa basketball team. May team captain, may point guard, etc. Pero ganun pa man, dahil siya ay collective noun, singular siya. Kaya ang ginamit natin na verb sa S form ay dapat dagdagan ng S. Bakit? Dahil ang ating subject is singular. Ang ating subject ay team, and ang team ay collective noun. Remember, subject, team, verb, swims. Bakit ulit may S ang swims? Dahil ang ating subject is singular. Ang verb ay dapat na lagyan ng S dahil ito ay singular verb. Singular subject takes singular verb. Alright? Singular subject should be added with S to the verb. Again, present tense, S form. Let's proceed with this reminder. A collective noun is singular when it refers to a group as a unit, at plural naman siya if it refers to the individual members or parts of the group. Kapag ang tinutukoy ay singular unit or particular unit, ito ay magiging plural form. Let's have this example. The class is attentively listening to the teacher. In this sentence, class is considered as a unit. Class as a unit is attentively listening to the teacher. Kaya sa is, dahil siya ay considered as the unit or kabuuan. Next, in this example, the special science class are attentively listening to the teacher. Ang special science class ay may verb na are. Bakit kaya are? Dahil the members of the class are listening, referred siya as one-by-one action done by the subject. Kailan ba natin ginagamit ang singular verb? When all the members of collective noun are performing the action as a unit. Use a singular verb. Pagkabuuan or pangkalahatan, ang gagamitan natin ang singular verb. Alright? Ngayon, another question. Paano naman kinukonsider na plural ang isang verb? When the members of collective noun are performing an action as individuals or bawat isa sila na nagpo-perform ng action, gagamitan mo ito ng plural verb. Okay? Tandaan natin, kapag ang collective noun ay ginagamit para tukuyin ang bawat isa bilang doer of the action or gumagawa ng action sa sentence, plural verb ang gagamitin. Ngayon, paano mo siya magagawang formal in speaking or in writing? Para hindi ka malito, pwede kang gumamit ng salitang members. Because there are cases that the group is not acting together as a unit. Umaakto sila isa-isa or bawat isa. That's why, dahil umaakto sila isa-isa or bawat isa, ang gagamitin nating verb ay pang plural form or plural form of the verb. Now, in many cases, it may sound more natural to make the subject plural in form by adding the words like members or cast, etc. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Example, the members of the committee are proposing the contest. So, ang ating word na ginamit ay members. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit natin natukoy ng isa or tiyak, no? Isa-isa ang bawat member ng committee. Kaya pwede natin gamitin ang are. Remember that collective nouns name a group of person, things, or animals. When collective nouns are used as subjects in sentences, they can either be singular or plural in number depending on the speaker's intention. A collective noun takes a singular verb when the speaker is thinking of the group as a unit or bilang isang kabuuan or isang whole. Now, a collective noun takes a plural verb when the speaker is thinking of the individual member of the group. Kapag isa-isa na may ginagawa, plural verb ang gagamitin. Let us practice. Write sentences using these collective nouns as your subjects and follow the rules of the subject and verb agreement. Comment down below your answers. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Learning Buddy.